machine members under pure compression. Okay, so before we have the problem, okay, let us have first a recap on the procedure on how you will be designing these members. Okay, so again, necessary that you know first the slenderness ratio. Okay, so we are to determine first the slenderness ratio, L divided by K. Okay, so the length divided by the least radius of elevation. Okay, so for the slenderness ratio, L over K, okay, this will lead you as to the particular case na design po natin. Okay, will it be case 1, K2, or the case 3? Okay, so once you know the value of the slenderness ratio, okay, so yung case 1, 2, and 3, they have the detailed procedure how you would, okay, and how you would design the member, okay? So case 1 will tell us on the pure compression block. Case 2 would be intermediate column, and case 3 would that be long column. Okay? So each of these classification will have their procedure on the determining the dimension of the member. Okay, so for a pure compression block, okay, so this would have a slenderness ratio of
Ma'am, excuse po. Medyo
yes,
choppy
ma'am.
po kayo po.
Oh, choppy na naman. Wait lang.
Thank you po.
Hello? Nakinig na po.
Pakinig na po mo.
Okay, sige. Okay. So again, dapat alam po natin ang slenderness ratio to determine alin po yung case na susundin natin. Okay? Kasi each of the case will have the detailed procedure in designing the machine member. Okay? So we have case 1, we call it a pure compression block. Okay? So it has a slenderness ratio, okay, of less than or equal to 30. Okay? So, ano yung pure compression block? So, ito po yung mga compression members wherein ang nakikita lang po natin sa kanya is the yung deformation po niya is contraction. Okay? Meaning, there is a decrease in the original length of the material after you apply the compressive load. Okay? And then you would never see po dito yung bending. Okay? So, ang nandun lang po is simply the contraction. Okay? Oh, so, how do we design these members? Okay? So, we design them against strength failure and against deformation failure. So, when we say designing against the strength failure, we simply equate the design stress to the induced stress of the material. Okay? So the induced stress is the compressive stress, force over the area. Okay? To be equated to your design stress. Okay? So once you equate the two, you can obtain the dimension. Okay? So yun po yung designing against the strength failure. Designing against the deformation failure. Okay? So sa deformation failure naman po, we consider here now equating the allowable limit of deformation to the contraction. Okay? So, from that, okay, we can obtain another dimension. Okay? So, we'll have here two answers, one coming from the strength failure and then the other one coming from the deformation failure. But then, again, we have to choose the bigger dimension, okay? Because the bigger dimension, that will satisfy both the strength and the deformation failures. Okay? So, pipiliin po natin lang doon yung mas malaki pong dimension. Okay? Yun po yung answer natin. Again, yung procedure na yun po would be applied only if you have a pure compression block. Okay? We go with the case 2. Okay? For case 2 naman po, we have what we call an intermediate column. Okay? So as to the behavior, ang intermediate column po, you would observe here a buckling failure. So kung dati po, you have here a vertical na axis ng member natin, you would observe there would be this buckling path. Okay? So we call the failure po as a buckling failure. Okay? So may nakikita na po dito aside from the deformation, yun pong atin na bending or buckling. Okay? So this has a slenderness ratio of 30 up to 120. Okay? So nandito po yung range niya. It is greater than 30 but then less than 120. Okay? To be called an intermediate column. So how do we design these members? Okay, we have there the two theories of failure that we follow. Okay, so what are those two? We call that the J.B. Johnson and the Euler. Okay, so pag sinabi po natin na J.B. Johnson, it assumes that failure is at the plastic zone. Okay, yun naman pong Euler, we assume that failure is at the elastic zone. Okay, so when we say plastic zone, you load the material with a force, okay, a deformation will occur, and then if you unload, this deformation will not be eliminated. Okay, so there will be a permanent deformation on the material. Okay, so that is failure at the plastic zone. Okay, contrary to that is that of the elastic zone. Okay, on the elastic zone, say you have the material, you load it with the force. Okay, there would be a corresponding deformation, but once you unload, okay, the deformation is eliminated. Okay, it will totally go back to its original shape, to its original size. Okay, so that would be the elastic zone being governed by your Euler formula. Okay, so these are the two theories of failure, okay, for our intermediate column. Okay, now how do we design against this buckling failure? So we have here the general guide in designing the buckling failure. Okay, again, initially you compute the dimension by initially assuming, okay, that buckling failure occurs within the plastic zone. That is why we make use of the J.B. Johnson formula. Okay, so using this formula of the J.B. Johnson, you can solve for the dimension. Okay, but then the dimension that will obtain from this J.B. Johnson, we really are not sure if this is correct. Okay, so you need to verify. Okay, you need to check, you need to verify using the B over K squared criterion. Okay, so this is our equation for B. And for the value of K, dapat yung K po natin will make use of this dimension. Okay? So, ang K po natin is a function of the dimension. So, sa dimension po, ito po yung atin na isa-substitute kung ano po yung sagot natin from the J.B. Johnson formula. Kasi ito po yung bine-verify natin kung tama ba ito o mali. Okay? Kaya, yun po mismo, yun ang ating sa-substitute dito. Okay? Then you find the criterion. If it is less than 2, we say J.B. Johnson formula defines or governs the design. So, ano pong ibig sabihin nun? Tama yung J.B. Johnson formula na ginamit natin. Okay? So, tama yung dimension na na-solve po natin using the J.B. Johnson formula. So, we say the dimension stays. Really, the failure is at the plastic zone. Okay? But, on the other way around naman po, when the slenderness ratio is greater than 2, when the criterion is greater than 2, we say Euler formula defines or governs the design. So, ito naman po yung kabaliktaran. Okay? Kung greater than 2 po siya, meaning it is not appropriate to use the JB Johnson. Okay? Kasi failure is at the elastic zone. Therefore, you need to recompute using the Euler formula. Since this is that governs the design, okay? So you need to recompute. And whatever your answer here on your recomputation, that would be your final answer, okay? Since it is an intermediate column, okay? And then last one is your case 3. Okay, when the slenderness ratio is greater than or equal to 120. So, ang tawag naman po sa kanya, it's a long column. Okay, and when it's a long column, yung behavior niya somewhat behaves like nagiging ano na po, pure bending. Okay, so in that case, yung po kanyang induced stress, okay, would be synonymous with that of a bending or a flexural stress. Okay, so flexural is simply equal to MC divided by I. Okay, and then what we simply do here is you simply equate. Okay, so you equate simply the design stress to the induced stress of the material. Okay, the design stress to be equated to your bending stress. Okay, and that will give you po yung ating dimension of the member. Okay, so yun po yung gagawin natin for case 3. Okay, so kung mapapansin nyo po, lahat po siya ay nakadepende sa slenderness ratio. Pag alam mo na po yun, may procedure ka na po na susundin. Okay, so let us take the case of our example 3 here. Okay, so unahin natin yung example 3. Yan. A piston rod made of AISI 3140 steel, OQT 1000 degrees Fahrenheit, is subjected to a repeated reverse load, and the rod is for 20-inch air compressor, where the maximum pressure is 125 psi. You compute the diameter of the rod using the sign ultimate strength. Okay, you look at this statement using the sign ultimate strength. Okay, so from the words here, doon po sa atin na problem, okay, this is a clear implication that the design would be based on the ultimate strength. Okay, so this would be the basis of your design. Okay, the ultimate strength. If this is not given, we are to determine yung type ng material. And from the type of the material, we know the basis of design. Okay? This is 3140, a ductile or a brittle material. Hello? Ductile po. Okay, tama. Ductile. So if this is a ductile material, design should be based on the yield. Okay? But then since it is specified on the problem, okay, this must be designed based on the ultimate. Okay, so before we start, let us have first an illustration. Okay, let us have first an illustration of the problem. Okay, so you have here first, okay, this is the piston cylinder assembly. Okay, so this is yung piston. Okay, and then this one would be your cylinder. So the whole thing would be the cylinder. The cylinder has a diameter of 20 inches. Okay, the given here is the diameter of the cylinder. This one is your piston, and then inside would be your pressurized air. Okay, so this is the air having a pressure of 125 psi. Okay, so this piston, this is being driven by your piston rod. Okay, so this is the piston rod. Okay, so the piston rod that drives your piston to move up and down. Okay, so this is what we are looking for. What should be, okay, the diameter of the piston rod. Okay, so what is the diameter of this piston rod? Okay, so that is the requirement of your design. Okay, so ito po yung requirement natin. We have to look for the diameter, okay, of this rod, okay, to drive your piston. Okay, now when I say piston rod, okay, this is connected or pinned to the piston above. And then sa bottom naman po, you have here po yung atin na crankshaft, and then this is Ganon din po, pinned or guided dito sa crankshaft po natin sa baba naman. Okay? So, if you are asked on the connections, okay, doon po sa dalawa or the conditions of the ends of your piston rod, then we say both ends are pin-ended or guided. This will serve as yung ano natin, condition to obtain the value of the end fixicity coefficient. Okay? Now, so this is our illustration. Okay? Let us have first the given values. Okay, that is the given values. Okay? So first, we have the diameter of the cylinder, 20 inches. Okay? We have also the pressure given, 125 psi, pounds per square inch. Okay? What else? So, wala na po. And then, we follow again po yung procedure natin sa design, okay? Yung essence of designing. So, we start with the material specification. So, you list down yung material po natin, okay? The code. We have AISI 3140 OQT at 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? So, you get your design tables and then see value of sigma U at saka po ng sigma Y. So, pakihanap po natin yung value po nitong dalawa. What is value of sigma U? What is the value of sigma Y? And then, you include also the reference table and the page number. Okay? So, that would be our material specification. So, pakihanap nyo na po, then mamaya, babalikan ko po ito. Okay? Tatawagin ko po kayo as to what value do you obtain yung sigma U, sigma Y. Okay? So, ibigay ko po muna dito is yung gagawin po natin, okay, para ma-solve nyo po on your own. Okay? So, you have the material specification. Next, we'll have the factor of safety. Now, for factor of safety, okay, para po makuha natin yung tamang value ng factor of safety, 3 conditions are to be observed, okay, that will lead you to a value of the factor of safety. So, ano po yung tatlong conditions? Una, it is the kind of load. Okay, pangalawa would be the type of material. Okay, and yung pangatlo is the basis of design. Okay, so balikan po natin yung problem. Okay, basahin po ng ayos. Okay, so tingnan po natin yung tatlong sinabi ko. Okay, Reniel, ano po ang kind of load? Mr. Reniel?
Ang gagamit ko kind of load dyan po ay po projected to repeated po.
What is the kind of load? Again, Reniel?
Audible po ba ma'am?
Yes po, yes po.
Ang gagamitin po load po ay ano, yung pong repeated reverse po na equals po ay 8 po.
Okay, so for the kind of load that is repeated reverse load, okay? Repeated reverse load. Okay? So, ari po yung atin na kind of load. Sunod, type of material. Okay? O ano po yung type of material para po sa problem na pa ito. Okay? Adrian.
Ito mong skill po, ma'am. Plus 1.
Again?
Skill po.
Sa Japong steel, ang tanong lang po ay yung kind ng material or type ng material. So, dalawa lang po yung pagpipilian. Whether ductile or brittle.
Ductile po, ma'am.
Bakit ductile?
Kasi po,
nasaan
yung points po is lower than 50 po.
ano yung points na yun?
Points of carbon po.
Okay, points of carbon below 50. Okay, so you have your 40 points of carbon. So we consider that to be a ductile material. And then the third one would be the basis of design. Okay, ano yung basis of design? Ayari. Hello? Ayari? Basis of design.
Kahit anong kulay na nasa rainbow.
Hello? Nasaan na si Ayari?
Hello po ma'am, rinig po ba?
Oo, rinig na.
Ultimate po.
So, the basis of design, we have their ultimate strength, okay? So, based on the ultimate strength, okay? So, given these conditions, yung pong tatlo, repeated reverse load, adductile material, and based on the ultimate strength, what is now the value of the factor of safety? Yes, Justin.
8 po.
Okay, factor of safety is equal to 8. This is taken from table 8, 1.1, page 2. Okay? Sorry po yun. Okay? So, tingnan nga po ulit natin. Check po natin. From table 1.1, we have repeated reverse load, ductile material, and based on ultimate. So, the answer would be 8. Okay? Factor of safety is equal to 8. Taken from table 1.1, page 2. Okay? Sunod, we'll have the design stress. Design stress, sigma T is equal to sigma U divided by factor of safety. I use here sigma U, okay? Kasi po, basis of design is the ultimate. Kaya po yun ay sigma U over Fs. So, galing po sa material specification, kunin nyo po dun yung value ng sigma U and factor of safety from table 1.1. Okay? So, you could have there the value of your design stress. Okay? You simply substitute here po the value and that would be the design stress. Okay? Now, ano po ang kasunod nitong atin na design stress? Okay? So, doon po sa tension, ang isinusunod po kaagad natin after this would be the equation, okay, of the design stress to the induced stress. Okay? Sigma D equal to the induced stress. Okay? But then dito po sa compression, alam po natin, for us to design a compression member, meron po tayong cases na i-consider. Okay? And that all depends to the slenderness ratio. Kaya yun muna po yung kukunin po natin. Okay? So let us solve first for the slenderness ratio in that case. Nakuha po? Hello? Hello? Nasusundan po ba
Yes po,
ako?
ma'am.
Yes po ma'am.
So, slenderness ratio is L divided by K. Okay? Ano nga ba yung value ng K for circular cross-section? Okay, dyan ninyo.
D over 4 po.
Again?
D over 4.
Okay, tama po. You have there D divided by 4. Okay, yun po yung value natin ng K. What about naman po yung length? Okay, tingnan po natin yung length. Okay, so length po, tingnan po natin yung problem. Okay, ano po ang nakalagay doon sa problem? Ano po ang length na given? Ano po ang given? Rest rain?
20 po.
Hindi po ari length. This is equal to what? This is the diameter. Okay? So, yung 20, hindi po yung length. Okay? So, ano po yung length na dito? Wala pong given dito sa problem 3. Okay? Tama. So, walang given na length sa number 3. Okay? So, ano po ang gagawin natin? If hindi po given yung length, we can assume to use length equal to 20 times the diameter. Okay? So, this is ano po, in conformance with yung pong standard, okay, design for shaft po. Okay? L equal to 20 times the diameter. So, kung wala pong given na length, we can assume to use this value po. Okay? So, assuming this L is equal to 20D, let us now solve for the slenderness ratio. Okay? So, what is L divided by K? Okay? So, L over K would be 20D, then divide that by D over 4. So, you can cancel out that D and then multiply 20 by 4. That will yield 80. Okay? You look at our answer now. The slenderness ratio is equal to 80. So, what is our conclusion? Anong conclusion ngayon natin? If this is the value of the slenderness ratio.
Case
Yes, Jericho.
Case 2 po.
So that would be case 2. So ibig sabihin ari po ay 80 and this value, okay, the L over K na nakuha po natin ari pong 80, this is greater than 30 but then less than 120. Therefore, it is an intermediate column. Okay? So intermediate column po yan. Okay? At kung intermediate column po yan, ang gagamitin po natin ay case 2. Okay? So use case 2. Okay? This is for an intermediate column. Okay? So, you follow now procedure for your case 2. So, case 2 will start with an assumption. Assume that failure is at the plastic zone. So you use the JB Johnson formula. Okay? So you assume to use the JB Johnson formula. So equation is F critical equal to sigma y times A, quantity 1 minus sigma y L squared over 4 pi squared NE K squared. Okay? Kindly check first my equation if this is correct.
Correct po, ma'am.
Tama
Okay,
po.
correct. Okay, good. So, this is our equation for the JB Johnson. So, I suggest po, ang gawin muna po natin is to determine each component po nung equation. Okay, before substituting all the values. Okay, so isa-isahin muna po natin. Unahin po natin yung sigma y. For the value of sigma y, it will be taken from the design table. Okay? So, tingnan muna po natin. Ano po yung nakuha yung value ng sigma u at sigma y? Yes, Olmac?
Ang sigma y po is 152 KSI po. While sa
Sigma u or sigma y? Ulit. Sigma u,
152 KSI po
152 KSI. The other one,
is 134 KSI po.
134 KSI. This is taken from figure AF.
AF2 page 11 po.
Okay, figure AF2 page 11. So the value here is simply an estimation. Okay, so yung sigma u is estimated to be 152 whereas sigma y is estimated to have 134. Okay, so kayo po pwede rin po maiba ng kaunti yung basa natin. Pwede ang sabi nyo, ay ma'am 153 po yan or 133 po yan. Okay, so there could be differences doon po sa estimation. Pero hindi naman po yun gaano magkakalayo. Okay? So ano po ang effect ko po, iba po yung binasa ko dito. Okay? So doon po sa computed value natin of the dimension, okay? Pwede po mag-iba-iba yung value natin. Kasi nga po, computed po yan galing sa property po na in-estimate natin. Okay? So magkakaiba-iba po. Pero pag kinonvert na po siya into the standard size, okay? They will be the same. Okay? And our final answer naman po, that is always converted to the standard size. Okay? So, yun dun po tayo nagbabase ngayon. Okay? Kung tama ba yung sagot natin o hindi. Not unless po talagang malayo yung pagkakabasa po natin ng value. Okay? So, yan po yung ating sigma y. Okay? You go to A naman po. A would be the cross-sectional area of the piston rod. So that is simply pi d squared over 4. So ano po yung gagamitin natin na area? Ano po yung isa-substitute natin doon? Okay? What about the value of K? Yung K po, since circular, it would be d divided by 4. Okay? Yan po yung ating K. Sunod, ano pa po yung kulang? We have there the length. Okay? For the length, we assume po 20D, yung kanina pong ginamit natin. Okay? L is equal to 20D and you have here E, letter E. O, ano po yung value ng E? So, this is the modulus of elasticity. Okay? So, saan po natin yan titingnan? From the same figure po na kinunan na natin ng property for 3140. Okay? So, you use figure AF2, page 11. Okay? O, puntahan niyo po ulit. And then, pakihanap po doon yung value ng E. Okay? The modulus of elasticity. So, what is the value?
Babalik naman tayo.
Hello? Ano po ang value? Yes, Eric?
Ma'am, since wala po, 30 times 10 raised to 3 KSI po.
Okay, tama. Okay, so wala po tayong nakita sa figure AF2 on page 11 na value ng E. So since wala po, tama po siya, we will be using 30 times 10 to the third KSI. Okay? We assume to use the general value for all types of steel para doon sa atin na modulus of elasticity. Okay, so iyan po yung kanyang value. Again, 30 times 10 to the third. Okay, KSI. Then let's just take a look again at your JB Johnson formula. Alin na lang po yung wala, yung N. Okay, N is fixicity coefficient. Okay, so nakukuha po niya natin kung alam po natin yung conditions ng ends ng ating compression member. Okay, so we have here po, ano pong sinabi ko kanina, this is connected po sa taas, doon sa piston, sa baba naman po, doon sa crankshaft. So we say, both ends are pinned or guided. Okay, so both ends are pinned or say it is guided. Oh, so in that case, what would be the value of N?
1 po.
Okay, N equal to 1, correct. So, N po ay equal sa 1. Okay, yan. So, ito po yung mga parameters natin on the right side of the equation. What about naman po yung F critical?
Pero mas di mo maintindihan kay Lugi o
FCR is the critical buckling load. Okay, this is the critical buckling load. This is equal to the compressive force, then you multiplied by the factor of safety. We have known already the factor of safety, that is 8. What about the compressive load? Okay, so yung compressive load po, we need to solve for it. Okay, so solve for the compressive load FC. So to solve for this, you are to recall the equation for the pressure. Okay, pressure is equal to force divided by the area. So from this, we say the force would be equal to the pressure multiplied by the area. Pressure is given 125 pounds per square inch. Okay, and then what about the area? It would be pi, the diameter of the cylinder, that is 20 inches, squared divided by 4. Okay? So, hindi niyo po yun natin kinuha. Nandin niyo po yung pressure. So, nandiyan po yung force at alin po yung area. It would be the area of the cylinder. Kaya po, pi d squared divided by 4. Okay? Kindly compute po for the value of the compressive load. Okay? So, paki-compute po natin. Okay? So, ang makukuha po natin dyan, this is in square inches. Okay? So, ang answer po natin dyan is in pounds. Okay? Ang gawin nyo po, i-divide nyo na po ng 1,000. Okay? To convert into kips. Yes, Alma?
Bali po ang computed po is 39.26990817 kips po.
39.2699. Tama?
Yes po.
Or I can simply write it as 39.270. Okay.
Yes po.
270 kips. Okay? But then, wag nyo pong itatrancate yung value. Okay? Nilagay lang po natin ito for purpose of presenting. But then, if you will be using this value on your next equation, sa calculator po, dapat po, dire-diretso lang. Okay? Para po hindi po mag-iba yung ating magiging sagot. Okay? Lalayo po kasi yung sagot pag atin po siyang, ito ang ginamit natin, yung 39.27. You're raising your hand, Aldrich.
Nakapindot lang po, ma'am.
Okay. So, this would be your compressive load FC. Okay? And then from there, you can now compute for the critical buckling load. So you simply multiply this value, okay, by the factor of safety. And we obtain factor of safety is simply equal to 8. So what would be the critical buckling load? 314.1 low 159 kips. Okay? So, yung pong iba, pakicheck nyo po yung answers natin ha. And sabi ko nga po, tinatrancate lang po natin dito for purpose of presenting.
The
Okay?
same po, ma'am.
Yan. So, ito po yung ating F critical. Okay? So, lahat po ng components ng JB Johnson, nakuha na po natin. Okay? So, the next thing that you should do is to substitute all of these values, yung A, K, L, E, N, F critical to the JB Johnson formula. Hindi ko muna po ilalagay ha. Okay. So, you substitute to the JB Johnson formula. Okay? Again, F critical is equal to sigma y times A, quantity 1 minus sigma y, L squared, over 4 pi squared NE K squared. Okay? So, ang gawin nyo po, okay, yung pong mga nakuha natin kanina, yung mga binaks po natin din eh. Okay? Yan, yung mga nakabox po na yan, isubstitute na po natin dito. Okay? Sa kada isa nito, F critical, and then you can solve there for the value of the diameter. Okay? O, sige po, kayo muna po yung gumawa. I'll give you time to answer po what would be the value of the diameter po. Okay, alin po yung diameter? Galing po yun din sa area. Same thing po with the value of K. So, need lang po natin na i-simplify. Nakuha po ba? Naintindihan? Hello?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, so hindi ko na po iisa-isa, hindi na ipalit. Kayo na po yung gumawa dyan sa mga notes nyo po or dyan sa module na po. Okay, dyan nyo na po sulatin. Okay? Yes, Reniel?
Ang bali po, ang nakuha ko na po ay ano po, 3.289.
Okay, so that is 3.289. Yun daw po ang naging sagot na Reniel. Okay, so yung iba po, I'll give you first po yung time na yung iba ay makatapos muna din. Okay, and then let us check. Okay, you can have po yung chat box natin. You can write there po yung inyo pong answer. Okay, so give ko muna po yung time. Substitute po, tapos po compute what is the value of the diameter. Sige po, I'll watch na lang po through the chat box kung majority po ay nakapag-solve na para po alam po kung nakakasunod po kayo. Sige po. Okay, so I've seen your answers po. Okay, so hindi ko po alam, baka iba kinapi-paste lang yun ha. So, kanya-kanya po yan pag-solve. Okay, sabi ko nga po, hindi po kayo matututo kung hindi po kayo gagawa. Okay, hindi po ito basta titingnan lang, pakikinggan lang para matutunan. Okay, you really need to solve on your own. Okay, so our answer is 3.289, okay? 289 inches. Now, so this is our answer using the JB Johnson. And again, this answer is okay
Magkano?
by an assumption, okay? And we assume that
Wala
failure
na, mga yung
is
tech
at
up
the
yung mga
plastic
data
zone,
overtake,
okay? It is at the plastic zone, kaya ginamit natin yung JB Johnson. So, we are not certain dito sa answer po natin, okay? So, ano po ang gagawin natin? We need to check or verify, okay? So, check using, okay, the B over K squared criterion. Okay? So, check using the B over K squared criterion. Okay? So, unahin po natin is the value of K. Okay? K would be D over 4. Okay? So, ang kailangan po natin is K squared. So, this would be D squared, D over 4 quantity squared. So, that would be 3.289 inches. You use the real value po ha, divided by 4 and then squared. Okay? So, kuhanin po natin yung value ng K squared. Okay? Likewise, you solve po for B. Okay? Ano naman po yung B? That would be sigma y L squared over pi squared and A. Sigma y L squared over pi squared and E. So, yung value po natin na mga isa then you'll find
Excuse po. Medyo choppy po kayo po.
okay na? Okay, sige, go. Saan tumigil ako?
Yung start po ng B po. Finding
Okay.
B po.
Okay. So, for the value of B po, we have the equation sigma y L squared divided by pi squared and E. Okay? So, ito pong mga parameter na yan din po yung ginamit natin dito sa JB Johnson. So, kung ano po yung sigma y doon, the same lang po dito. Yung length, yung N at saka E. So, pare-parehas po. So, you can find the value now of yung B. So, try to compute po ano yung B, ano yung K squared, and then hanapin mo po ngayon yung criterion, yung ratio. What is B divided by K squared? Okay? Pakisagot nga po, what is B over K squared? Nasundan po ba yung gagawin? Hello?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, so sige. Okay, very good. So we have yung B over K squared is equal to 2.896. Okay? So that is the value, 2.896. There are those that has yung a different answer, slight difference. It is because maaari po yung sigma y po natin, okay, na ginamit, okay, is different from yung ni-write po natin dito sa atin. Okay? But then, tingnan natin mamaya how will it affect yun pong ating answer. Okay? So, tingnan po natin. You look at b over k squared ngayon. Okay? Ang nakuha po natin is 2.896. And then, definitely, this is greater than 2. Kung sinabi natin, if greater is greater than 2, po ang kasunod na concept. Hello? Uy, naririnig pa.
Ma'am, excuse po, medyo nag-choppy po doon po sa part po ng patanong po, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Oh, ito po yung nakuha nating sagot. B over K squared is 2.896. Okay? So sabi ko nga po, pwedeng ang naging sagot mo is slightly different from 2.896 dahil iba yung binamit nating sigma y. Iba yung na-estimate mo na value ng sigma y from figure AF2. Okay? Kaya may konting difference po din sa atin po na decimal. Okay? But then, tingnan po natin yung magiging effect po, okay, doon sa final answer natin. Okay? Kung parehas lang din yung nating answer. Okay? Value 2.896. Okay? And this is greater than 2. Okay? Ano po ang sabi sa atin? If the criterion is greater than 2, ano po ang implication po noon? Yes po. Again, Van? Okay, you need to recompute. Okay? Since this is greater than 2, okay, Euler governs the design. Okay? Euler governs the design. Okay? Thus, recompute. Okay? You need to recompute using the Euler formula. Okay? So, the Euler formula equal to F critical is equal to, we have pi squared NA E K squared divided by L squared. Okay? So, yung pong mga binax po natin kanina din sa JB Johnson. Ari, okay? Yung A, yung K, yung E, yung L, yung N. Same po yung i-substitute po natin dito. Okay? So, paki-substitute nyo po ulit dito, even yung F critical, okay? And find the value of the diameter. Ano po yung bagong diameter or answer po natin using the Euler formula. Okay? So, you need to recompute using the Euler formula. Bakit? Kasi nakita natin that the criterion is greater than 2. Okay? So, what would be our answer now? Compute muna po ulit. Okay? O, yung iba, 2.94. Okay, yan. Pare-parehas yung sagot natin. Okay? So, yung answer po natin using the Euler formula is 2.94 ang sagot po natin. Okay? Yan. Meron po yung last ano natin, 0. Okay? 2.940 inches. Okay? Say, this is equivalent to 3 inches. Okay? This would be the standard size. Okay? Now, this is your final answer already. Okay? Kasi we know that this is a intermediate column. Okay? So, you must have your conclusion now. Therefore, use diameter equal to 3 inches. Okay? So, you look at those na ang ginamit na sigma y, okay, or sigma u, is different. Okay? You yield the same answer. Okay? It is because doon naman po sa Euler formula, yan, it is not dependent on the value of your sigma yung nor sigma y. Kaya yun din po yung naging sagot natin. Okay? So this is our final answer. We use 3 inches. Okay? For the diameter of the piston. Okay? Nakuha po ba? Hello?
Yes po.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Justin?
Ma'am, may tanong lang po. What if yung naging sagot po sa diameter is 3.115 po, halimbawa po, saan po i-round off? Sa 3 inches pa rin po?
Hindi. Okay, doon sa sunod. Okay? Doon sa sunod. Ang tanong, hindi ka po kasi dito, okay, mag-iiba yung dimension. Okay? Hindi ka po pwedeng makakuha dito other than this 2.94 since all of this po, okay, these are not, okay, dependent on the value of your sigma u and sigma y. Okay? Yun lang po naman kayo magkakaiba. Okay? Nakuha po ba? Naintindihan po ba? Hello?
Yes po, ma'am.
Nakuha niyo aring pi. Oh, syempre pare-parehas yan. N. That's the same. This is independent of sigma u and sigma y. Area is an equation. T is a fixed value. K is also an equation. D over 4. L is 20D. And also the F critical. That is the force, compressive force multiplied by the factor of safety. So that is basically the same for all. Okay? So, this is na independent of the value of sigma u and sigma y. Doon lang naman kayo pwedeng magkaiba. Doon sa sigma u at sigma y since it's an estimation from your figure AF2. Nakuha po? Naintindihan po ba? Hello? Justin?
Yes po, ma'am. Thank you po.
Okay. Sir Dan, sino bang kanina ano? Yan, si Sir Dan nga. O ano?
Ma'am, tanong lang po. Kung kapag po ba talaga wala pong length po ay i-assume na po namin na L is equals to 20 feet po or pang
Yan po ay kung pag yun lang po ay alam mo, circular yung cross section. Pero kung hindi po, hindi po natin siya pwedeng gamitin. Ano pa? Hello?
Pero in general na po yan kumbaga po.
In general, yes.
Okay po. Thank you po.
Okay. Now, ang gawin po natin, ari po yung sinasabi ko, if you could recall from our last meeting, yung binigyan ko po kayo ng iba-ibang option ng magiging solution natin. Tama po ba? Yung hindi po given ang slenderness ratio. Dito po kasi sa sample natin, since we assume a length equal to 20D, kaya nakasolve po tayo ng slenderness ratio na 80. Nakuha po, naintindihan ba? Hello?
Yes po, ma'am.
Uy, nasusundan? So, we are sure that this is an intermediate column. Okay? So, sure tayo na intermediate column yan. Kaya, naka-identify agad tayo na gagawin ay case 2. Okay? Dinig ko ako na. So,
Ma'am, medyo choppy na po.
okay. So, okay. So, yung sample natin, yun po ay sure tayo na intermediate column. Okay? Kasi sinod natin yung slenderness, nakita natin na 80 yung sagot po natin. Okay? So, sure po tayo na intermediate column yon. Kaya, sure tayo sa case 2 na gagamitin. Okay? Nakuha po ba yun? Kaya, meron tayong sagot using the case 2. Okay? Ngayon, ang gawin po natin, okay, halimbawa po, you are given, okay, a value of the length. Okay? Say, if L is equal to, say, 36 inches. Yan, halimbawa, may given po tayo na length na 36 inches. How will the dimension change? Okay? So, uunahin mo uli, slenderness. Okay? Digay yun ang ating una. Slenderness ratio. Ang slenderness is L divided by K. Ano nga ulit yung K natin? That would be D over 4. This time, may given na length. So, what would be the value of L over K? L is 36 inches divided by D over 4. Okay? So, this will yield, ano po ang sagot? 36 times 4, low, 144 divided by D. Yan. Ari po ngayon yung ating slenderness ratio. 144 divided by D. Ang tanong, sampung case yan kasama? 1, 2, or 3? Uy, tanong. O, sagot
Parang
na.
hindi ko po madala.
Ano?
Ano?
Hindi po natin alam, di ka? Hindi natin alam kasi meron dong unknown. Nakuha nyo ba? Uy, naintindihan niya?
Yes po.
So, yan yung difference doon sa kaninang solution natin. Hindi mo alam ngayon yung slenderness ratio kasi it is a function of the unknown. Okay? Kaya, hindi mo alam kung case 1 ba siya, case 2 ba siya, or case 3 ba yung gagamitin po natin. Okay? Kaya ano po ang gagawin dyan? Diyan ka ngayon mag-start ng assume intermediate column. Okay? So, ito yung difference doon sa kaninang solution. Yung kanina kasing solution, okay, alam mo na kaagad na siya ay intermediate column. Ito, hindi mo alam. Kaya, you started with your first assumption. Assume an intermediate column. And once you assume an intermediate column, so you assume to use case 2. At yung case 2 will start with assuming, okay, ano po ang i-assume natin? JB Johnson. So, yan ulit yung procedure. So, if-follow mo ulit yung katulad ng procedure natin ginamit kanina. Assume JB Johnson, okay? Papalitan mo na lang yung length po natin ng 36. Okay? So, papalitan mo yun ng 36. Tapos, solve mo po ulit yan, okay? Tapos, substitute lahat sa JB Johnson, okay? Tingnan mo ngayon, B over K squared criterion, so same process po, okay? Tapos, kung nag-greater than 2 pa rin, you can recompute using the Euler, but then, pagdating po dito, okay, may sagot ka halimbawa, hindi ko po sure kung mag-need yan mag-recompute ha, pero sabi ko lang, I need nyo na i-undergo the same process. Okay? So, mamaya po ay tingnan nyo kung paano siya i-solve. Assuming po na same process hanggang nag-recompute using the Euler. After po ng Euler, okay, hindi po tayo kaagad pwede na conclusion na. Okay? Ano po ang isusunod mo dito? After determining the value ng diameter using the Euler, tsaka ka po dyan magbabalik to slenderness. Okay? Yan. Ang hahanapin mo po, L divided by K. So, ito po yung 36, okay? Divided by yung K po, yung D divided by 4. Yung D po na re, yung pong naging sagot natin dito, yun po ang sasubstitute natin. Okay? If it happens po na yung sagot po nito, okay, kung ang sagot po niyan is in between, okay, L over K is in between 30 and 120, we say it is really an intermediate column. So, ibig sabihin po, napatunayan na po natin yung unang assumption natin. Okay? And, tsaka ka lang po mag-conclusion. Therefore, use kung ano man po yung nakuha nating diameter dito sa Euler formula. Naintindihan po yung difference niya? Good.
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, so you can try that po, okay? You can resolve po, okay, using a given length. So, ang pinagkaiba lang po nito doon sa una po, again, not certain po siya na intermediate po. Okay, kaya yung huling part po, dapat i-check mo yung slenderness ratio. Sa kanina po, una yung slenderness, tapos you have your answer. Okay, ngayon po, pinahuli natin yung slenderness kasi nag-assume lang tayo initially. So, yun po yung difference po niya. Okay? Hello? Nasundan ba ako? Yung sinasabi?
Yes po.
Okay, so try solving it po. Yun po kayang iba. O, yun po mga hindi naimik dyan. Nasundan po, nakuha po. O, thumbs up na lang po dun sa iba.
DRP6 na, yan ay mathematics.
Okay? So again, you need to solve on your own po. Hindi po yan basta mo ako papakinggan, okay? Or basta mo papanoodin yung ginagawa, okay? Para po matutunan nyo, kayo po mismo yung magsosolve. Okay? So do it now po.
15E plus negative Ang natira sa right side ay
Okay, so you have your answer. Okay, so do you use the Euler? Do you use the recomputation? Hello?
pwedeng mag-moments ka ulit.
May recomputation po na ginamit?
May letter E naman. Okay, letter
Hello?
E naman. Kasi letter E naman ang masisiro. Okay. So look at the video.
So we have po here intermediate column as an assumption. And then you assume JB Johnson. You have your answer. Ano po ang naging sagot natin dito sa JB Johnson?
So positive. So kaya sa solution,
Hello?
positive 200. O gano'n layo? O balik ulit sa video.
King?
Liberty 1 po.
So ito pong answer natin na 2.31.
So ang natitira
Wala
na
pong
lang
recompute.
dito sa
Hello?
ay 24 minus the 4.
Wala po ang sa akin, ma'am.
Okay. So, walang recompute. Kindly check na lang po. So, yung sinasabi ko po din ni kanina na process, if yung b over k squared happen to be greater than 2. So, ano po ang naging sagot natin doon sa ano? Sa b over k squared. So, it is less than 2.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. So, I hope po yung iba ay nakakasunod. So, if it is less than 2, then we say, yung nakuha po natin doon sa JB Johnson, that will be yung answer natin. But then, we need to check that using the slenderness ratio. Okay? So, ang nakuha po dyan, okay, yung diameter po, okay, ilagay po natin b over k squared. Yan. So, kung ano po, kung ito po nakuha natin is less than 2, then we'll proceed po with the slenderness ratio. Okay? And then find the value here. Tsaka pa tayo magkukumpute. Okay? So, yun po yung magiging procedure. Okay? So, your answer here na 2.31, ano lang po ang gagawin natin? Yun po ay i-convert natin to the standard size on our final answer. Okay? So, okay lang po yung dito, wala po po. Okay? Kasi hindi pa naman natin napapatunayan na siya ay final answer na. Okay? Pagkita mo na lang po na ay tumama na siya lahat with all of those criteria. Okay? With all of those criterion, okay? So, tsaka lang po natin i-convert into the standard size. Okay? So, that is 2 and 3/8 of an inch. Okay? So, naintindihan po ba? Hello? I hope everybody po ay nakasunod. Okay? Okay, so kung wala na po tayong question, I'll stop the presentation. Okay?
Okay, same answer ng unang.
Okay, a quick screenshot for the attendance. So, yun po ay automatic na ha. Pagpatay po ng presentation, open the camera, tapos screenshot na po. Okay na?
Yung problem set at exam, hindi kailangan
Alma.
pareho ipakita.
Wait lang po, mintayin ko lang po yung iba po. Medyo mabagal lang po internet sa akin.
Pili ka lang. Stop summation ng moments of the lang with respect to the left end.
Okay po,
Mag-eliminate
1, 2,
Okay.
3 po.
or
Ano po ma'am?
alternative, dalawang beses mag-moments with respect
One,
to
two,
ibang moments
3.
kung saan nandun ang unknown.
Okay, bye-bye.
Separate.
Thank you po ma'am.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you po ma'am.